What's going on, everybody? Flying Dutchman here, and today we have the first maintenance video on the Daihatsu. My girlfriend was driving it like, what was it, a little bit over an hour drive that she had to do, and suddenly she was overtaking someone and she smelled oil. Then she looked behind her and she saw like blue fumes and everything, like oil, and she was like, oh, this is not good. So she just pulled over and stopped, which is the good thing to do, instead of people that were like, well, I'll look at it at home. And she called me and was like, babe, the whole car is like pissing oil, there's a huge oil spill underneath the car. And I'm like, oh shit, did we buy a terrible car? Like, have we bought junk, basically? And I just was like, well, I got the Volvo, got a tow hook, I just picked her up, I towed her home, and on closer inspection, let me just show you guys, because I can order the part new, but that would take over a week, and my whole planning was based, there we go. Did I just smash the Volvo with red? What a noob. Good thing that'll buff out. But here's the manifold, and from here, because I already removed it, is an oil line, hard line, pressured line, going down, and then sideways, and then next to the oil filter, I don't know if you can see that somewhere there, it goes in, and it goes in with two banjo bolts. And here on the bottom side, it was rusted and cracked, and that caused it to spray upwards onto the manifold. As you can see, it's all black here of the oil, and the oil was not in the best condition, but I was like, I bought the oil and everything, I just need to buy the filter, which I'm gonna do now as well, because I wanted to replace the filter, replace the oil, but now I need to replace that line as well, because the line was ruptured on the top side, and it was just a clean squirt up against the bottom side of the heat shield that was over here. So the heat shield just then spread all over the place, and as you can see, there's like oil here, everywhere there's oil, but it wasn't here on the back side, so we're like, it's somewhere on the front side. And when I started up first time with the heat shield on, you couldn't see that line, and it was just pissing down. I was like, oh, what is this? So I put a glove on and started feeling like, is there a hole in the block or something? But luckily, it sounds so terrible. Luckily, it was just that line. So I made a little care package for myself with all the tools that I need. This is the old line that was on there. Like, it goes up there, and as you can see how rusted and crusty and bad this is, that was the whole reason of the problem. Now I can order this new, but it takes over a week. So I'm just gonna go to the wrecking yard and see if I can find one there that is like good. I mean, it doesn't have to be new, but if it's like this, the top side, that will be all good. Just a little sandpaper, give it some coating, but not the rusty stuff like this. I don't want that. So I got all the tools that I need. I got the old washers that were in between them, so I can get new washers, because every time you replace a copper washer or like take something off that has a copper washer, you need to put a new one in, because it will not seal the second time. These are all the tools that I need. So the big socket for the one that was here on top, a 17 for the bottom one. For this one I got the whole set of like the 10 for the heat shield, the 12 for this bolt that holds it in place, and just some other random bits and bobs. Maybe I find a cluster with a RPM gauge, I will take that as well, but we'll see. For now, I'm just gonna head into town, get the oil filter, get the oil, and then the wrecking yard is open because they open at 1 p.m. Go there and basically pick up the camera and go hunting for some Daihatsu parts, and head over to the Japanese side of the wrecking yard, which I haven't been in a while, so that's gonna be fun. This is one maintenance video on the Daihatsu, but there's more nice stuff upcoming, because like I said, we're not gonna have a stock car here in between the two modified and slightly modified ones, so there's a lot more content to come with the third car in the fleet. So here we are at the wrecking yard. Engines, wheels, other stuff, and I think I just arrived at the right spot. I was looking for like Japanese, which is this side sort of. This is a little bit of French, which we, you know, why not set fire to this? But the Daihatsu is straight at the front, and I see a green Seor Mira, whatever you want to call it, here at the front. Is the first one gonna be a lucky one? Ah, here you can see it well. It's this line that I need, this one. Now this is not looking the best. It's sealed, but I'm not gonna use this if there's no, I'm gonna look for a different option. Let me just store this here somewhere, and no one's actually really going to find it. The old ones, hey, there's one. This is a white one, another one. White, it's silver, but whatever. Is this the same? No, this is older model, or newer model. But let's take a look at the engine. It does have the same line. Look at that. And this is, this is a good one. Ah, that's why I love it. Look at this line. This one goes all the way down here. This one, it's a little bit oxidated because it's standing outside, but it's all good. So win-win for me. It's gonna be a cheap replacement part. I have all the tools with me. Only thing is, why is there not an oil filter here? Is this an oil filter block off cap? Looks like it. That can come in handy. You're coming with me. So now that I have this, which I'm gonna take off in a minute, I'm gonna look for some parts, because these are pretty complete, and if I can find one with the RPM gauge, it's gonna be even nicer. I think these clusters are different. Well, are they? Are they different? They basically look identical. This one has been pulled out. Yeah, this is the one that we have, basically. Just heating and fuel. That one has been pulled out, but that one has a ref gauge. I don't know if they're interchangeable. I would hope so. There's another one here. It's still in here, and it's not the one that I'm looking for. But looking at this, like the whole shape, the everything, isn't this just, isn't it the same? They share so many parts, these two platforms, the what is it, Seor and the Sirion. They really look the same. Gonna take it out and then hold it next to the other one and see if that matches up. But first, gonna take out where I came from, that line, and then let's go out from parts hunting a little bit more, because I just love it here. Old crappy cars everywhere, and sometimes you find some nice rare or spare parts or whatever. Side skirts, bumpers, that sort of stuff. Alright, be back with you guys in a bit. So we are done. I've got myself a black cluster, which is a bit dusty now, and the oil line that I need. So I'm gonna go out to the counter, like the checkout, see what they want for it. Probably not too much. And also I've seen on the internet they already had it off the car, but they had like rear lights with like clears in them instead of the orange and like white, like what is it, faded, I don't know what it is. Not the standard, like the luxury version, which are a little bit better looking, and I'm just gonna check how much they want for it. If they're not enough or not like really expensive, I might take them home with me, or at least this stuff is coming home. So I'll see you guys when I get home. So we're back with the core. Thomas has arrived in the meantime.
Hey guys.
I got the old one here that just goes. Such an opportunity for an in the bin, but nope.
No, we're not Mighty Car Mods.
So it's basically oil filter off, drain the oil, put the new thing on, fill it up with oil, and we should be all good. Where's the new stuff? Here is the new stuff, the filter, the new line, and I got a little thing here with the copper washers that go in between everything, so it's all nice and new and won't leak. So let me get everything out and then I'll pick the camera back up.
We did a thing.
Thomas has given this a little bit of paint, so it's all nice and, well, more protected than it was originally. Took the oil filter off, which is just this tiny little thing, very cute, and I think it's sort of done dripping now. This is
That's nasty.
well, the thing is,
Damn, that's nasty.
it's not metallic, but it is black as. That was overdone, overdue to be changed. So, plug back in, new seal ring in between, new oil filter on, which I don't think I have to film and mention, because like, here's a little thread, that's where you turn it on. I mean,
let them see the exhaust. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
three pipes and a downpipe sort of collector thingy.
Maybe it's already the cat.
Maybe, yeah. So decat is
I
just,
mean, look, there's
you can make a manifold for this.
there's this sensor on it that's not even plugged in.
No, because I had to take it off because of the heat shield.
Ah.
But this is like car maintenance 101. I think I did it before, so I don't have to show how you change the oil filter like that. So we're gonna put everything in, then do the tube, and see about then.
So here we see a Wild Pete. No funnel gang. Oh, almost succeeded.
Well, it's gonna be smelly of oil anyway, because it's all over the block. I cleaned a lot off it, but the last bit needs to burn off, I guess. Look at the clean oil in comparison to the old one. Ah. Oh, we're not even at the dipstick yet. How big is this thing? It's just a 3-cylinder. Oh, just tapping the bottom of the dipstick.
You're the dipstick.
You're a dipshit.
Pete.
Yeah.
Look, we have fans. Whoa. Now it's coming there.
Now it's getting there.
More. We want more. We want more.
Well,
We want more.
there's still some going to the bottom of the engine, so not just flushing down in an instant. But
It's a
also,
Japanese motor. It can handle it.
but also the oil filter is empty, because it's hard to fill it
Oh,
when it's
yeah.
sideways. Because then you just,
Yeah.
if it's on the bottom, I usually fill it up with oil just to don't have that extra. Oh, there we go. Wow. Nothing. Whoop. And we're there.
Are we?
I don't want to drain. Oh, that's better. Just bang on in the middle.
Yeah.
Well,
Yay, that's one car fixed.
Let's start her up. Let's see how smelly it is. There's oil all over the place. And not just for me.
Excuses.
I bet this thing would be so tough if you paint the valve cover red, because it's like...
You don't see anything on it.
It's a dual overhead cam. No, this is gonna get rid of. A little pop filter here or something. Riser for life, baby.
Yay, it's alive!
Well, it was already running. Question is, does it leak? Oh wait. My heat shield still needs to go on, so the O2 sensor is not working. There goes all the old oil.
Power!
But making it rev should pump up the oil pressure and squeeze it out if there is any, but
Ooh.
alrighty then.
Well, that's an easy fix.
Fixed. The wife will be happy. The cluster that I've gotten, it isn't one-on-one to fit, but I should have taken the blue one, which is the Sirion one, because that one has one-to-one like RPM gauge. This one is a little bit off, so I'm want to get like the different cluster and then take the insides out, put it in the other one, so I have the black cluster, and then working with the RPM gauge, which is then fully working. So I'm gonna save that for another video, which is not gonna be maintenance but just mods. For now we're just gonna let it heat up and smoke out a little bit, get rid of the stankiness, and we're just gonna chill. And I think we have some other things to do on that car and that car.
Yeah, we have plenty to
But
do.
that will be in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and see you guys in the next one.
See ya.